Major league scores.
This is the Notebook Wagering Show on the Wild Style Network. Here are your hosts, Q, Smitty, and Matt.
Hey, what's going on Thursday night? Notebook wagering time live from the Salisbury Center, powered by that delicious drink, Monster Energy. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. Got our guy up in Pittsburgh, Nails. Got Justin here. We're ready to go, man. What a great time of the year it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year. You got NHL, college football. You got everything, man. You got sports, and we love it because we can gamble on it. Justin, what's happening, my friend?
Doing good. Just slammed at work.
Slammed at work, and that's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's always good to get slammed once in a while. All right, Maddie, what's going on? Did we lose Maddie? There he is.
I'm doing lousy because of work.
Oh.
I'm doing lousy, buddy, because of work. We're on 26 days in a row of some way, shape, or form working, and it is still not slowing down. But let's dig into some football. I got it on in the background, ready to go.
All right, man. Let's go. I mean, we're going to try to get everything in. I already got Ken's here, man. Let's go. Let's get in the chat. Let's have some fun tonight. We're going to talk about an hour, some sports. And like I said, we got everything, man. I got J Cam's texting me. Are you guys going to talk WNBA? I don't know, man. If we have time, I feel bad. I was betting it, and now I'm not really following it so much. Wonder why the best player's not playing. But let's get after it tonight. NFL time. We got a Thursday night game. We're going to get into Major League Baseball, too. I do have a play. That's at 8 o'clock start. I got the Guardians right now, and I got a play on the 8 o'clock, so maybe we'll slide that in. But let's go NFL. San Francisco, Seattle tonight, guys. I'll tell you. I mean, I need you guys to chime in. This one's hard. I don't know where to go with this one tonight. I did do a play. I put it out, and I'll just make fun of myself. I said the first half under last week, and that game was a track meet. And I was way off. So guess what I did again, because I'm an idiot and I like doing it. I went right back to the under tonight. Let's go under 24 and a half. Let's go. We got a lot of injuries. Let's slow this game down a little bit. But that's about all I have to say. I wanted some plays on this. Some of the predictors I had a lower scoring game. So I'm going to try to get that 24 and a half under first half. Nails, what do you got?
Yeah, this is a little odd. I originally started out Seattle side, and I flip-flopped. I'm going to go the Niners because of the injuries. They're down a guard, center, starting D tackle, and a starting DN. And the Niners are good in the trenches, love to pound the ball. You might see some Debo handoffs tonight, get him back in the flow. And first-year coaches do not fare so well on Thursday Night Football. I believe I saw a 1-5 stat recently. So that's not good for Seattle. I actually have two plays. I took the hook. I got San Fran -3 tonight. I like your underplay, but I don't like the score under, etc. And you said slow it down. I actually prefer Brock Purdy under 252.5 passing yards because I think they'll try to slow it down and run the ball, control the clock, get out of there on a short week, and get a win and get back on track for the Niners.
All right. Yeah, I mean, both these teams coming off a loss before we go to Justin.
Yeah.
You had San Francisco last week, big lead, I think going in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you, I do a pick'em contest with my brother-in-law, and we had San Francisco with a lot of points, Seattle with a lot of points. Seattle lost the Giants. I mean, how in the world are you losing to the Giants at home? But they did. And then, because he wrote me and he goes, man, if we hit these two and we get the Steelers, and I know Ken, how about them Cowboys? And we got Kansas City, we were going to win it for the week. And it's like $300, and then you continue in the season and you can add more money. But, I mean, both these teams coming off something. All right, Justin, what do you got?
I'm going to go with San Francisco. They're both coming off a loss. I think Seattle has lost 2 in a row.
2 in a row, yep.
I wonder if Jake Moody, their kicker, is out, so they got a new kicker. San Francisco did, so I wonder if that's going to play an effect. But I got San Francisco winning.
I like that with that under, that first half under. Maybe field goal range for Moody,
Hey.
but then you have to go for it and maybe not get it. Run that clock. Go, Matt.
Real quick. So this is actually a really I know we're kind of like probably dumbing it down because it's Thursday night. The Niners are 0-2 in a division. They lost to the Rams and the Cardinals. If they start out 0-3, that is trouble. I mean, big trouble because
Yeah.
this is a must win. They're struggling. We all know they're hurt. McCaffrey, they have a ton of Fred Warner actually said he's going to play tonight. I think the safety's still out. This is must win for San Francisco. I think the safe play is probably just to take a money line and get the heck out of Dodge with a win. But I'm going to lay that 3 tonight. So yeah, but I do like. I think you're right. I don't. That score actually seems a little high. So I think the under's the safer play, but I don't trust it. We got in that shootout last Thursday. I think it could happen again tonight.
And you called that well last Thursday off the top of my
Yeah,
head because I was
I
on
think
the
it could
under and
happen.
you were on the over on that.
I think it could happen again tonight. I'm going to be rooting against it though.
Oh, yeah, let's slow it down. Yeah, just a couple numbers here. San Francisco is 4-1. They've won 5 straight against Seattle, 4-1 ATS against Seattle. Now, the over is 4-1 in the last 5 Seattle games. So let's slow it down, fellas. Let's have some fun and get a winner tonight. But yeah, moving on. Real quick, dogs, man. The dogs are barking in the NFL. 5 or more points. 19-6-1, hitting 76%. Who do you got this week? Now, this is earlier in the week, so these lines could change a little bit, but you got the Cardinals against Green Bay, New England going to a new quarterback, fellas. Justin, what do you think of that? Finally going to the rookie.
Yeah, I like it. See how he plays.
Yeah. Maddie, rookie time?
Yeah, that was actually gonna be my biggest talking point. Because we didn't have it on like our tentative sheet. But just think about this before we get into some more games. Rookie quarterbacks this year. So we got Caleb Williams, starter. Jaden Daniels, starter. Drake May not going to start. JJ McCarthy probably would have started, got hurt. Now that's like the sketchiest first round pick right now. Bo Nix playing well in Denver. And now Spencer Rattler, who caught a lot of preseason buzz, is going to get to play for the Saints. So this could turn out to be a fantastic quarterback class when it's all said and done. Fantastic.
Yep. Yeah. You got the Browns plus 8.5, Commanders plus 6.5, Carolina plus 6. Again, those lines might have moved, but those are your big dogs hitting at 76%. Man, teaser, and you're cleaning up. Like it. Let's move on. Next game. International. Let's go real quick. We don't have to spend a lot of time because international game was last week. International games are hitting 65%. They're 2-0 this year. So you got the Bears. Bears are favorite, still favorite. I think I saw in one book -1.5, -2, anything like that. So real quick, we don't have to dive into this. I mean, these international games, I don't know. I think they suck, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So I like the Bears. I know the I had the Jags last week. I like them, but I think the Bears get this one. Nails, what do you got?
Yeah. God, these international games. I do like the international games for one reason. It gets your day started off more fun. So you got the 9 a.m. game. You can jump right into it, get some fun bets out there. But I hate the fields. I hate these soccer venues. It's always moist and slippery. And I don't know. The fans are goofy. Everybody's wearing a different jersey. And we're gonna see, of course, we're gonna see like 900 clips of that guy who dresses up like the Jaguar this weekend. But I actually would probably lean the Jags this weekend for the simple fact that they're used to this. This has basically become their second home, so they probably are a lot more acclimated to going over there. And the Bears, I don't know, it's a little bit of a travel, got that extra hour coming over too. So if I had a pick right now, I'd probably take the Jags on the money line just to win.
All right, Justin, what do you got?
I was actually going to say the same thing. The Jags are used to going over there. I'm going to take the Jags. I think they're going to bounce back and they'll become 2-4.
All right, going against the trend right now and the good number with the favorites always winning in the international games. All right, let's go in the chat. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Ken says, I'm with you, Smitty. These overseas games are dumb. Yeah, I mean, again, like Matt said, I mean, it gets your day going. You wake up and if you're not going to church or you're not doing something like that, an early brunch or anything, then you got a game to watch. But Ken says, I think the Commanders are going to get a wake-up call this week. So, hey, let's go right into it. Let's go right into the Commanders. Commanders again. I watched that entire game. They put another whipping on a team. Highest scoring team. Man, how are you guys feeling, man? Highest scoring team in the NFL. And we're talking about DC?
Yeah.
Give me a break, but I love it. Justin, how are you feeling right now? Let's go.
I'm thrilled. The defenses that we played haven't been all that good. So, we'll see this weekend. But, man, if we can't stop Derrick Henry, we're going to have a long night.
All right.
Long day.
Okay, so we'll get Maddie. How you feeling?
Good. I don't think they'll win, but I actually think this is close. This is the first Ravens team in a long time that hasn't had the dominant defense. And maybe it's because the coordinator left and is coaching in Seattle now. The actual strength of the Commanders, and screw it, I'm going to call them the Redskins because that's what I want.
Yeah, it's our
Actual
show. We
strength
can
of the
say whatever we
Redskins.
want.
Yeah, the actual strength is their D-line. They need to play a little better, but that is their strength. Bobby Wagner in the middle does clean up a lot of mistakes. I wish that Yamin Davis would progress and turn into a better player. Safeties are better. The corners are the weak spots. So Lamar and the Ravens might try to get to the outside and see if they can do damage. But Justin's right, man. They proved it last week. I don't remember who Baltimore played. Oh, the Bengals. They bottled up Henry till the fourth quarter, 30 yards. And then all of a sudden, it's like the battering ram, and he just finally broke through. They can't let that happen. So the only chance I think the Skins have to win this game is they have to get out ahead. If they're playing from behind, it's going to be a long day. I think they do get a little bit of a reality check, but I think they can backdoor cover this 6.5. I think they can probably lose by like 4.
Yeah. We don't have any interceptions through the first 5 games, so hopefully we get one this weekend.
Yeah, our corners are trash.
Yeah,
they
really are.
Well, best over teams. Baltimore's 4-1. DC's 4-1. This could be a shootout, fellas. Could be a lot of fun. DC right now 4-1 against ATS. Good for them. I watched that, and this is what I'll say about the game. First, Cleveland's offensive line is just garbage. It is one of the worst offensive lines if you ever watch football. It is bad. And their defense was okay in the first couple drives. And the funny thing is they bring one blitzer at him, and he just does one little okay, shimmy, and he was gone, and then he was running for 30 yards. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're not going to change that up? They continue to do it, and I'm like, no one can get him on the ground. And then he's just flying by people. And then, he was going deep. And I love them being aggressive right before the half. Settle for a field goal. So many teams settle for field goals. Pittsburgh Steelers would have settled for a field goal. Nope, he guns the ball down the field real far for a touchdown. They get it right before the half. Good for them. So, I think it's entertaining. I think Baltimore wins the game. It could be high scoring because, man, Baltimore's defense was, like Matt said, gave up a ton of points. But pound the ball. Henry should have a big game. You got to pound the ball. I think you got to get this offense off the field. Make their defense. Their defense is not good. Wear their defense down. And again, I'm sorry, Cleveland's a mess. Their line is so bad. And when he has time to throw, Deshaun Watson, he can't hit guys wide open, or he holds the ball way too long and then he gets sacked.
They're already begging for him to get benched.
Oh, he should get benched.
His QBR, I saw Stephen A. Complaining about it on ESPN. It was 8.5 against us and 8.3 against the Cowboys. That's crazy.
Early in the game, he had guys open. He just missed them.
He looks defeated.
I think he's tired from all the off the field stuff, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Maddie, anything?
Yeah. The problem is I don't think the owner and GM want to admit defeat. So I think they're going to shuffle him back out there again. But legit, this is going to be a huge riff. It's a bad team, but the locker room's then going to get bad. Guys like Amari Cooper are going to want out, and they should. They should trade them. If you're going to go down with Deshaun, go down full force. It's kind of fun to watch. I'd like to see. I think that Cleveland does get their first round picks back this year, though, from everybody else when they traded away Deshaun. So who knows? Maybe they're going to tank and kind of rebuild and just keep Deshaun on the roster as a backup. But
Yeah, my play in this would be I'd do a teaser. If it's 6.5, 7, I'd take Baltimore down. I think Baltimore wins the game. And I think it's a big game for the Redskins. I want to see where they're at. You know, if they get blown out, then it's kind of like, if they hang or win the game, then you're like, we're onto something here.
I'm excited. You know what I'm excited about though too? I'm excited to kind of see the crowd because it's right there in their backyard. So I want to see if a lot of Redskins fans actually turn out, try to sneak in there and get this like a it's not like a city rivalry, but get a little rivalry going with that other squad.
Yep, let's go in the chat. Skins are just proving it on the gridirons. Let's see where we are in a few weeks. Yeah, Mike. I mean, yeah, let's see. I think that's with a lot of teams. I think I said it last week on the show. I don't know who's good. I really don't. I mean, you can say, well, Kansas City, Smitty, what are you talking about? They're undefeated. They won again. They're going to get home field. You got the best quarterback. But is he putting up big numbers?
Yeah.
He had 0 touchdown passes the other night. You know what? I wrote this stat down from someone on social. You know what it is? It's the Taylor Swift factor, everyone. They're 13-3 straight up. 10-5-1 ATS with Taylor Swift in the crowd. Just throwing that out there, everybody. Throw that out there. I don't want that on my notebook, but okay. Let's see what else. Skins hanging around. They have a chance. Ravens have trouble closing out. Yeah. Watson has given up no motivation. He's getting $250 guaranteed money. First 8 weeks of the new preseason. Yeah, good point, Ken. We talked about that. How a lot of these teams don't play anybody, especially the quarterbacks. So we'll have to see. All right, let's go Steelers. Man, I'll just say this, guy. I'm so glad I didn't stay up for that Steeler game. So my daughter had a volleyball game. I had to work the concession stand. That's pressure, man. You talk about just after a JV game to a varsity game, it is just people nonstop. The stress. I had more stress running the concession stand, helping at the concession than I did at my job that day. But the Steeler game I knew was going to be
Did you
late.
have to do math?
Oh, I'm good at math. It's just hitting a machine. Like the lady that showed me is like, okay, you hit this, you hit this, you hit this. So I'm hitting it. I must have hot dog fingers or fat fingers. It's not working. I'm like ready to slam down the thing. It's going crazy. And it's
You run out of Snickers?
Oh, it's people at hot dogs, pizza, soda. It's just nonstop, man. It was stressful. I mean, I had more. Let's just say I was more stressed doing the concession than watching Michigan try to throw a ball down the field. So, but, the Steeler game, so I knew I had a long line. I knew it'd be like 9:30. So in that game, the Steeler game got delayed. It was taking forever. And then, you watch Cowboys go right down the field, get a field goal. Steelers go right down the field, get a field goal. And you're like, that first drive, and then I'm done. I'll go to you guys. They're driving. They're actually passing the ball. 3rd and 8. Pass the ball. No. We throw a, I lost the term. A sweep or like a toss. Yeah. Thank you. A toss to our 3rd string running back that I never even heard of. I was like, yeah, I'm going to bed. All right, Maddie, because I know you like the Batch Steelers.
Yeah, well, you just brought up my talking point. What in the hell is the point of having Najee Harris? Granted, he looks super slow again this year. Maybe it's the Alabama running back factor, like 1 out of every 5 hit. Like you have Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, then you have Najee and Trent Richardson who can't hit. But what is the deal and the feel-good story of trying to get these no-name, free agent, undrafted guys, Champlin and Ward? Holy cow. I mean, you can't see something in practice. Just run Fields 15 times a game.
But they don't. But they don't. Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back to my rant.
So somebody actually put it perfectly online, and I hope I can remember it. It's Arthur Smith is Matt Canada light. Like through the breakdown of the X number of games through this year versus last year with the 2 coordinators, I think they're 7 yards apart and like a half of a point. They're awful. Everybody at the beginning of the year, oh my God, I love Arthur Smith coming in as the OC. He had Derrick Henry and they did so good in Tennessee and blah. I'm like, no, the guy's total crap. Been crap his whole career. He's a crap coach. He's not even a good coordinator. And you brought him in thinking it's going to be great. Now we have the Russ factor, which I am ready for. I'm ready to have Russ cook and watch
I'm
this.
ready. Let's go.
I'm ready to watch this kitchen implode in the flames this
No,
week.
he's going to light it up.
Well, he's not going to come in until the second quarter when they're losing like 14-3. And Tomlin's going to be like, well, we got to make a change. And then Russ is going to come in and throw 2 INTs, and it's going to be great.
Justin, add on, then I'll go on my rant real quick.
I mean, I think the Steelers are going to do well against the Raiders. I mean, they have a quarterback change. I just don't think the Raiders are a very good team. I mean, they may be without Crosby. I saw he's questionable. I think their running back may be out. I mean, I'd like to see
Adams not playing.
Yeah, Devontae Adams not playing. I'd like to see Russ come in as well. I don't think the quarterback is the issue for the Steelers either. I think, I mean, their offensive line isn't playing very well. Guys aren't getting open. I think they need another receiver.
Yeah, because, I mean, you saw there were some videos. Pickett's looked like he was going through the motion. He's a head case.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys, though. I agree that Fields isn't the issue here. He actually played pretty well the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the defense didn't do a whole hell of a lot. They didn't get
lost.
their turnovers.
Can I jump in real quick? Not to try to cut you off, Matt. Lombardi said on Monday, because again, I didn't watch the show. Who's the guy that was the younger guy that's replacing Highsmith?
Herbig, who's now hurt.
Yeah, now he's hurt. Yeah. He got hurt in the game because Lombardi's like, if he didn't get hurt, they would have won the game. He goes, those two are dynamic. They would have got to him. And that's a good point. And maybe it would have happened. Because, again, I didn't tape the game. And this, again, and I'll let Matt go back. But the defense just, it's so much always on the defense. It's just, they're gonna save the day. They're going to save the day. No, they're not. Go ahead, Matt.
So here's, I'm going to pose a question to you. Dr. Brent on our text string hit a home run with the whole Minka Fitzpatrick being overrated. He seems to be at the wrong position. He takes some bad angles, kind of reminds me of some other guys that played there. The problem is, I actually think there's a worse player on the defense, and his name's Patrick Queen. If he's supposed to be your thumper in the middle, I think he's third on the team in solo tackles, and that's barely ahead of Hayward and Watt, who are a D end and a rush end, and that's not particularly their job. If you're paying this guy all this money to be the guy in the middle, and he's not, that is a huge misstep. They're shelling out a ton of money for him and Minka, who seem to be out of place. I hope the Wilson kid can somehow turn into like the leader in the middle, but I don't think he's big enough in the 4-3 or the 3-4. So it's a void. They don't have that big old Casey Hampton in the middle anymore. And these two guys might not be the thumpers enough. I think Queen is actually a weak spot. I actually think the rest of the defense, even the corners, who I usually are pretty hard on, have played pretty well. So, but this is a tough week. If Watt gets double teamed, like I would put, I think the Raiders have an easy solution. Run 2 tight ends, let Bowers be the guy getting out passes, and wherever Watt lines up, put Michael Mayer over there and just smack TJ Watt with 2 guys. And I think I think Aiden O'Connell will have a decent day. I think this is a trap game. The Mike Tomlin trap game. We lose to a crap team somewhere.
Well, I think they lost to a crap team last weekend. Sorry, Ken. I said this on a text.
I don't disagree either.
I think this is one they come back and they win. I really do. And they usually not go well out west. But I think they'll be okay here. I think they'll come back. I think this Raiders team's horrible. I really do. I don't think they're good. If the Steelers lose this, I said it. If the Steelers lose to the Cowboys, they have issues. I think they have issues. And again, and then I'm done with this because, again, this is not a Pittsburgh Steelers show. But why I want to see Wilson so much is nothing against Fields because I think he's playing okay. We're just not scoring enough. And I don't know if Russell Wilson's going to change that. I think
if guys aren't getting open.
No, guys aren't getting open. And here's the thing. You can blame Canada last year. Now you can blame Smith. When's it time to start blaming Mike Tomlin?
That's
Yeah.
been since 2019.
Yeah. Yeah. You have. We've been doing this show now for what, 2 years? I do it all the time. I used to do it on social media, and people from my hometown, you would have thought they were going to burn down my house.
Yeah.
I agree with Queen. I think he's out of position playing in the middle, though. I think he should be maybe an outside linebacker or a rusher because he's really fast. I mean, he's super fast, but he's just not big enough to play in the middle.
Yeah. He's been a boss. Okay. I go Steelers money line on that. I probably will play that. So
I think your play is tease the Raiders up, get them at 9 or 10.
no, I never do that, dude. Let's go Steelers. Money line. Money line. Okay. Real quick, before I forget, old man in the garage, 3-3 for the year. Gave out the Texans last week. They were dogs when we gave it out. They became favorites, but it was still a dog play. One on that. Denver. I like this play by him this week. I think they beat the Chargers. I like how Denver's playing right now. Denver is the dog play from old man in the garage this week. 3-3. Let's get another winner this week. All right, last game.
Just real quick, just to prove how tough sports betting is this year on the NFL. I'm looking at I'm going to air quote it, the experts for CBS Sportsline, and there is 8 of them. Out of the 8, only one has a winning record when it comes to betting every game, and that's by 1 game. Ooh. Most of these guys are 12 to 15 games below 500 this year.
Yeah, it's been crazy. All right, let's go Monday night, Buffalo Jets. Man, Jets made some news. See ya. Head coach, bye.
We called that.
They actually just demoted
Hackett,
too.
What's he doing? Picking up jocks in the locker room?
I have no idea what he might as well fire him.
He's actually he's polishing Rodgers' helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you got Buffalo. Little run here. Josh Allen, I saw this. Josh Allen has never lost 3 in a row. He's 6-0 straight up after 2 losses in his career. Old line I have, I don't know what the new line is. I wrote it down, -2 Buffalo. Yeah, and I think it's the same thing. I think you can fire a lot of people. Hey, White House Sports, exciting to be a DC sports fan right now. Yes, it is. Thanks for being here. Absolutely. Wait until Georgetown basketball starts and I start bitching. They're going to be bad again. So, and the Wizards or whatever they're called, the NBA team. It won't be exciting. It won't be exciting. But hey, right now, yeah, it is. So, okay. All right. So, I don't know. You can fire whoever you want. They can't run the ball.
They're terrible.
Rodgers can't move right now.
He looks his age.
Yeah.
He really does.
And he got hurt last week.
Yeah.
He was over, wonder if they should have fired him just over in Europe, wherever they were playing, and just left the head coach over there. Said. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to help. And then, where do you guys think Devontae Adams is going to go? If I had to put money on it, I'd probably say he's going to go to the Jets because Rodgers is going to want in. They're going to go, the owner's going to say, let's get him, and it's going to change things. I don't think it's going to change anything.
No, I think he should go to Buffalo. I don't know if he wants to play there, but I think that'd be his best bet.
I mean, I know people in Pittsburgh, but it's like, I don't think we have the team. I wouldn't even waste the picks or just keep drafting. And the same with the Commanders. Mm-hmm. As Commanders, I think the Commanders should just stay pat and just keep with their picks. Don't go crazy. Try to get in the playoffs, win the division. Be smart. Keep adding on. Add defense. Build through the draft. That's what smart teams do. There's my advice.
There's 2 good points there. I like Justin's sneaky play of going to Buffalo. I'm shocked that I'm going to say it, but they do miss Diggs. I know he's a head case, but they do miss him. They don't have that alpha there. They haven't been able to incorporate Dalton Kincaid, and I think Josh Allen's struggling a little bit. I mean, you could see his numbers last week were absolutely putrid. But I do think the Commanders make sense, and here's why. Their cap is in brilliant condition. Thumbs up to the cap guy there. Now, if you can get Adams for a second or a third would be ideal. I would do it. Second, I know people they love draft picks, but I think it makes sense depending on how long he still has on his deal and if they could fit him in and restructure a guy here or there, one of the D line potentially. It makes sense. And it's a perfect fit to come in. It's a decent weather-wise city. You don't got to worry about the cold. I mean, all the rumors of Jaden Daniels coming into practice facility at 4 a.m., getting his work done. It just everybody loves the guy. I could see a good marriage there. And Devontae's he's a good pro. He's not a problem child. So that makes sense. But I don't know if he's gonna get moved. He's not coming to Pittsburgh. I don't think he goes to Kansas City because it's a division rival. Dallas potentially because they're without Cooks. So I think they said most trades, I believe it was like 90% of trades happen on Monday or Tuesday because they want to get the guy in there by Wednesday for the game plan and ready to go. So hopefully this Monday or Tuesday, maybe we'll get some fun news.
You know what I heard too about the Steelers with him is because Davis, the son, his old man hated the Steelers.
Well, that's because of the 70s, of course.
Yeah, and said he just couldn't stand the Steelers, and he goes, that's never going to happen. Never going to happen with Devontae Adams. So now if the Steelers went crazy on, maybe he would have. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that story's true. I'm just saying I don't see it happening. Ken says rock the red. Yeah, rock the red, a little hockey. Justin, I know. Hey, the Penguins, good start last night by the Pittsburgh Penguins. 6-0 there. Wow, man.
Get ready for no playoffs again.
Wow. Woo. We'll talk hockey a little bit. We'll get in the hockey. But yeah, good start by the Penguins, 6-0. So, all right, let's do this. That's NFL. We're going to go Major League Baseball real quick. We got a game.
No.
I have a play. And Matty was on suicide watch. We had to make sure he was okay. I did give out Cleveland. I'm on an 11-3 Major League Baseball playoff push right now. 11-3.
Oh.
I lost with the Guardians yesterday. I went back with them tonight. They were winning. Now it's 2-2, so we'll see what happens. I gave out on social a little bit ago. I'm going to go Kansas City plus 1.5 run line plus 1.5 minus 130. I know this Yankees lineup's great. Garrett Cole, though, just, I don't know. Doesn't do it. And now it's Michael Wacha. I have flashbacks of Michael Wacha pitching great against the Pirates in their playoff series back in the day. So, any plays, boys, or Matt, we can just go, man, how are you feeling? What in the world happened in the Philadelphia Phillies?
Just misery, dude. 2 years in a row. And you got to hold the players accountable for their hitting actions. But I'm putting it on the manager just because, look, tighten the screws up on these guys. There's no, you're not grilling anybody in the dugout. You're not getting on anybody's case. It's hey, here's a pat on the ass. We'll get them again next time, this and that. They have the roster. The good thing is the roster is locked up for next year. But what are we going to expect next year? More of the same? Another playoff failure? It's so depressing to watch a team that has a legit World Series chance 2 years in a row not even get there because they can't hit the freaking ball. You have guys on first and third with one out, and you can't get one run home. It's depressing. I think they had one hit through 4 innings. They were even winning 1-0. But you can't expect your pitchers to go through the whole game and not give up a couple runs, just a couple. And these guys, they're hitting in the playoff. It's the whole swing for the fences, never about a contact, never a bunt, anything. And then Rob Thompson, the manager, when he goes, it's like a Sunday lineup he used in game 3. The 3 guys at the bottom of the lineup, I believe, were 1 for 16 with 6 or 7 Ks. I was like, this is just, what are you doing? Ride or die with your best players and play it out. Okay, so he's hitting 190 against a lefty or a righty, and you have your hunch that I'm going to go with this guy. Screw that. Play your guys, and they deserve to lose. And they better not bitch about the layoff or some bull. Yes, it's so depressing. And to make it worse, I just despise the freaking Mets. Despise them.
All right, Justin, anything to add there?
Yeah, I'm surprised the Mets won that. I had the Phillies winning that.
I had the Phillies winning it all.
Yeah.
I told people I thought Philly was going to at least win the NL.
I mean,
Agreed. I thought they'd play San Diego, and
yeah,
baffling what's going on.
I'm just shocked. I don't think the Mets were a very good team, but it looks like they're getting hot at the right time. Or maybe the Phillies just played bad.
And that's a great point because that's sports. I mean, you hear that reference a lot at the NCAA basketball tournament. They're hot at the right time. They got hot in March. That can happen. Tigers just went ahead. Stupid Indians or Guardians or whatever you were called. Good job. Yankees lead off double.
Smitty, who was pitching for the Tigers tonight? Did they have Screwball going?
No, he was not pitching tonight. Justin, can you look that up?
Yeah.
I see it. I don't even know who this is. R. Olson.
Yeah, I think they were going like bullpen. Like it was a bullpen game.
Yeah, Reese Olson.
Yeah, Cleveland just can't hit. I mean, it's not like the Tigers are, but what a great story by the Tigers.
Holton's pitching right now.
Who is?
Holton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get out of this inning, only down one, because I don't know how many.
The inning just ended.
Oh, good.
Into sixth.
All right.
They had two guys on, too.
Michael Walker, let's get out of this. Nope, 1-0, base hit. Jeez, Yankees. Uh-oh. Slow down. All right. I had something else. I love your Sunday Day reference with the lineup. That was great. That'd be like a great SNL skit. Like do a skit like your kid really wants go to a Dodgers game and you're gonna see like Freddie Freeman and Tawny and all this, and then they're playing like just the most ridiculous, and you could just make up names of people playing, because that is always the truth. Like this Sunday, you put the Pirates on and it's like, who's playing for the Pirates? Like it's such a giveaway game and it just pisses you off. My dad goes nuts, goes crazy.
He should.
Well, it should, because people, it's April, it's only early May. A game's a game. Because when you don't make the playoffs by a game, then don't bitch about it.
Think about the Diamondbacks who end up with the 3-way tie.
Yeah,
maybe
that game mattered.
Yeah, maybe if you didn't run out some scrub lineup on a Sunday against, I don't know, the Twins in March, you may have won one game. Yeah.
Well, Twins, every time. I got to tell this funny story. Then we got to go quick. I was going to a Pirate game years ago with Garvey. And Garvey's like, we'll just go down and we'll scalp tickets. And this is when they both sucked. Like the Pirates were average and Twins were only average. Like they weren't good. And this scalper's like wanted a ton of money for pretty nice seats, like kind of like first base behind home plate. And Garvey's like, what? I'm not paying this. And the guy's like, it's interleague. Garvey goes, the Twins suck. They're in last place. I don't care about interleague. Paying, like, he wanted like $100, $150, $200. Twins were in last place. Pirates were in like that. But every time I hear the Twins, I think of that going, Twins, it's interleague. Who cares? It can go Flyers. Yeah, perfect. Pack attack. Yeah, let's go. It can go Flyers. Yeah, we'll see what the Flyers do. Yeah, rock.
Oh, they're going to stink.
Yeah, probably. Well, Pens surely are too. Hey, Justin, can you give a college football update tonight? Little JMU action down here. They laid a stinker last week, man. Big loss.
It's 7-7 right now.
Oh, 7-7. Okay. Coastal.
Smitty, can I ask you one more baseball question?
Yeah, love it.
Are you like, and this is all seriousness, are you like a little bit angry that the Pirates literally finished last in that division?
Oh, absolutely.
Like that's gotta be maddening. That's gotta be not as maddening as the Phillies losing in playoffs, but
when you had that pitching staff, and I know Keller really went bad late.
Yeah.
But when you had Paul Ski, hey, listen, it's tough and I'm not one of these guys that jump off. If it's your team, it's your team. Now you can bitch about it and complain, which I do a lot of. But it's still your team. And I still think they have potential, but I don't like the manager. The GM I'm not really high on. The owner sucks.
Yep.
So, I don't know. They got some good arms coming, but I mean, like you said, and that's what's frustrating. I mean, I can see you as we had the frustration, at least Justin saw, he saw a championship a couple years ago. Pirates, just please make the playoffs or be competitive. It's a great summer. Your team's good every year, Matt, but they suck in the playoffs. So it's all different frustration levels of life.
Of suck. Yep. All different levels of suck.
Yes. Steelers every year, they get off a little bit good. Then they suck, and you're like, I hate Mike Tomlin. Let's go for the draft. Then they get good again. They get in the first round of the playoffs, and then they get boat raced. That's our life. That's my life. Georgetown basketball win about 3 games.
I do love some Georgetown misery though.
Oh, God, it irritates me. All right, let's go. We got like 10, 15 minutes before Jess. Stay on and watch Jess's show tonight. All right, guys, big week, college football, Ohio State. Let's go right to the big one. Ohio State, Oregon. Get in that chat, everybody. Let's talk about it. 7:30. Ohio State is favorite. Old line was -3, 53.5. It might have changed, but that's what I have down on my note card. And I'll start, guys. I'm intrigued with this because Oregon's a team that, I don't know, they've laid some eggs a little bit, man. They should be blowing teams out, and they don't. Ohio State, again, who have they played? You know, if you look, beat Akron, 52-6. Western Michigan, I can't read my crap handwriting, 36-0 or 56-0. I can't read my handwriting, so I apologize. Western Michigan. Marshall, 49-14. Michigan State. I mean, Michigan State sucks. And then Iowa. That game was only 7-0 at the half. I mean, they put it on them late. And you saw that typical Iowa offense that couldn't do anything. Defense is good. Both defenses are pretty good. Ohio State's defense is real good. A lot of people like the under in this one. Maddie, where do you think this one's going to go?
I hate to say it, but I can't. I don't think you can get me off the Ohio State number. I think it's too good. Oregon is way underachieving this year. Dylan Gabriel, it's like he doesn't want to score. I don't know what he's doing in the red zone. They're bumbling around out there. I think they miss the coach, some key players, but they have so much talent. It's like they've kind of just cruise controlled through and got through with some nail biters, but I think they're going to get boat raced. I think this is the Ohio State statement game.
Boat raced.
I think they're going to get boat
write
raced.
that
And I actually
down.
think Ohio State will leapfrog Texas for the top spot after this week.
Wow. I like that. Way to come out gunning on that. All right. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be boat race, but I know Ohio State's defense is really good. They are only giving up 6.8 points per game, and their offense is averaging 46 points a game. Oregon's averaging 35 points a game. I agree. I think Oregon is underachieving, but I do think Ohio State's going to win.
All right. Ken says, I like the over. All right. From John Ewing, one of my favorite people to follow on X, John Ewing. In the Ryan Day era, Ohio State football is 5-11 and 1 ATS against the top 10 opponents. They're 2-5 ATS versus top 5 teams. Keep an eye on that. I don't know. I think Oregon gets it right this week. I like taking the points in this. I don't know how good Ohio State is, and that's not me trying to be a Michigan fan saying I don't like Ohio State.
I think this is a huge Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins weekend. I think they're going to run it down their throats and then get the freshman wide receiver the ball with Egbuka. I really don't think Oregon stands a chance. I don't. I think it's a blowout.
All right, I'm excited. Hey, I like it, man. Way to come gunning, man. All right, let's go. Let's stay in the Big Ten. Penn State, USC. Penn State, 4th in the country, 5-0. USC 3-2, coming off you got to say, I think it's a bad loss. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, there was some controversy in the game against Minnesota, but Minnesota's not a very good team. I don't care where they're playing if it's in Minnesota. I mean, it is what it is. And his numbers, Riley he's not going crazy out there at USC. Offense isn't doing all these magic like what they thought it was going to happen here. So, here's the thing. I did play this. I took the +5 USC. And this is the reason why. And I'll give a reason why I'm a little nervous about it. Penn State, again, only one road game, and they won. They beat West Virginia. I don't know how great the West Virginia team is.
Yeah.
Now, Drew is throwing the ball a little bit more down the field this year. He doesn't turn the ball over. That's fantastic. He really, and they can pound the ball. Singleton didn't play last week. Got to come back. Penn State, some games a little iffy. The Bowling Green game was a little iffy. I had team points UCLA last week over Penn State. I mean, they didn't blow out it was slow. So, I don't know. Off a bad performance, Penn State has to fly the whole way out there. this is a game that I think, you know, especially USC, you lose this, well, you're going to the Liberty Bowl or something. I mean, you're done. Penn State wins this, you're only staring at Ohio State, and even if you lose, you're probably in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The only thing that concerns me is this. You can pound the ball against USC. Michigan did it. Minnesota did it. You know Penn State's going to do it. So, but I'm going to take the +5. I like USC. Justin, what do you got in this one?
I'm also going to take Penn State. I think they're going to run the ball a lot. I think they win this game easy.
Okay, easy one, man. Going against some of my things. Blowout, Ohio State. Blowout, Penn State. Maddie, what do you got in this one?
Smitty, I think I'm with you, except the number is now down to 4, I believe.
Oh, I got
4.
a great one that was last night.
Correct.
I got that last night.
I'm looking right now. I wrote down 4 earlier. Let me check just
it was
to make
5.5 the other day. On some
ESPN
sites.
has 3.5.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have to look at something different.
Dropping. So
Ooh, I feel good.
think if it gets to 3, you grab Penn State, maybe hope for a middle. But I think USC hangs. I think this is an ugly game. I think Penn State should try to ugly it up and just run, keep it slow, keep that SC pass game off the field. You don't have to worry about weather being a factor. Travel's going to be a factor for sure, since Penn State does not get out of Happy Valley too often too early. So it's the old proverbial gun to the head. Give me USC plus the points right now.
Let's go to the chat real quick. USC +4. Still think PSU wins, but a field goal game from Ken. Ken also says PSU has to travel 3,000 miles. Yeah, they do. Have you guys seen the mileage of UCLA this year? Look that up. Look up. I know they're
At least they
bums,
get
but
frequent
look,
flyer miles.
I know, but I'm just saying, look up the travel, man. It is insane, the team travel for them. So, yeah, I don't know. I think USC hangs. I do. I think it's.
Oh, yeah.
I agree, buddy. I'm with you on this one, but not on the Oregon game.
All right, let's go. Ole Miss LSU. Another really, really good game coming up here. Yeah, you know, you got Ole Miss, number 9 in the country, against LSU, 13th in the country, 5-1 against 4-1. LSU is off a bye. You know, this is one that you look, man, Ole Miss lost one, what was that, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? I think, Kentucky? Yeah. Was it Kentucky off the top of my head right now?
Yeah, I think
Kentucky or Arkansas, one of the two.
But here's a good stat that I'll let the guys go here. LSU, as a home dog, they're 7-2-1. It's a tough crowd. They're 5-0 their last 5 against Ole Miss ATS at home. I like this one too. I took this one. I'll give it out on this show, and I'll give it out on my other spot. I like LSU plus the 3.5. Matt?
Sign me up. I'm all about it. Give me the home dog with the points.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, Smitty, put that in a teaser. Get them with 9.5. Fire that with somebody else. That's a no-brainer. I might sprinkle a little bit on the money line. I am LSU standing true this weekend.
All right, Justin.
I agree. I know Ole Miss has a pretty good offense. They're leading in a lot of offensive categories, but I like LSU.
All right, I got it. I found it. UCLA will travel 26,762 miles this season.
Wow.
That's a lot.
How many did you say it was?
20. What did I just say?
000?
Oh, okay, I saw like 16 when I looked.
26,000.
Wow.
This is off Sports Illustrated, June 9th, 2023. In total, UCLA will travel 26,762 miles. They better have some good movies on that flight, because I'd be bored.
Think a lady booking it is putting her number in there, just racking up a ton of mileage.
Doing something, man.
Getting the
Good
free
luck.
points.
Good luck there. So, yeah, let's go LSU. Let's go. I like him. Red River rivalry. Texas, Oklahoma. Texas gets their quarterback, yours back this week. Man, I'll throw this out, then I'll let you guys go, and I'll put my 2 cents in. I have not played this yet. This game's usually interesting. Now, in 2022, Texas put a whipping on them, 49-0. But Texas, or excuse me, Oklahoma is 7-3, last 10 in the series. Maddie, any play, any thoughts on this game?
And I'm down on Oklahoma too. I do like I think that he's a freshman quarterback that they brought in. They're
Hawkins,
without,
Hawkins.
they're
Yep.
without their Burks, the top wide receiver's not playing.
Yep. That broke today a little bit. Good call on that.
I think this will be close early just because of the rivalry and the hate, but I think Texas probably ends up covering this late. I think they have enough talent to get it done. Blues running the ball well. I don't know if yours is going yet or not.
No, he is. He is. Yep.
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't. I think they might mix in Arch a little bit too. And
yeah, why not?
I mean, just think if they're winning by like 20 and Arch gets the fourth quarter, that's not going to be shocking either. So I think they're going to cover. I know it's a lot for a big rivalry. So give me Texas minus the 14.
All right, Justin, what do you got on this one?
I like Texas as well. I think they said their total point spread is 48.5. I actually think they're going to go over that.
Wow.
But I like Texas in this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to lean. You get all, you look at that and go, man, good series, last 10. Defense isn't bad, but then, like you said, top wide receivers not playing. I like the Hawkins kid than the other really young kid quarterbacking for Oklahoma. It's at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. That's always fun. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it. I don't know if I will. I'll watch it. I'll keep an eye on it. Ken says, do we trust James Franklin in a big game? Yeah, question mark. Yeah, I don't know. For Ken, that is a big question mark, man.
Yeah, but that's a question mark on the other side too. Do we trust Lincoln Riley in a big game?
Yeah, I don't know. I had his numbers, but I didn't bring the index card, man, up with it. It is not impressive what he's done.
I definitely figured out our show title for to submit to John, since we talked about it earlier. Just thinking about those two coaching, that's levels of suck too. So that's going to be our show title.
I love it. Ken also says Death Valley at night, tough place to play. Absolutely. That is not a fun environment to go to. So, hey, let's rapid fire. We got like 2 minutes here. Let's just rapid fire, baby. I don't know if I threw it down on the sheets, but just if you have an idea who's going to win. Let's go with the Pitt Panthers. How about the Pitt Panthers, man? Undefeated. Cal is coming off. Man, Cal. And I gave it out last week. I didn't put it out on my Discord or social media. And I said on this show, though, play the over in the Cal-Miami game. I went to bed. Cal was winning. I'm like, okay, good points. My bet's going to... And I gave it out on Notebook. Everything. I played it, but I didn't give it out on some other spots and my social. Wake up and it's 39-38 Miami. So you got Cal blowing a big lead, coming across country. I don't know, guy. I mean, this Pitt team, is it Holstein? Eli Holstein? That's the quarterback, right? Yeah, freshman out of where? Alabama, right? He was at Alabama? A little Alabama.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was Alabama kid. So, yeah, I mean, you got to like Pitt. It was at 3.5 on my site this afternoon. It got down to 3. I did money line, and I'll look it up as you guys are talking. I said, okay, let's just go money line on this and lay a little juice. Sometimes I don't care about laying juice. I feel good about Pitt. I think Pitt's going to win this game. I think it's a good spot. I think it's a team that could be. Let's go, Maddie, go for it since I'm looking this up.
Yeah, I hate riding these favorites, but and I can't believe I'm going to say it. I think Pitt actually gets a win, goes to 6-0. I think it's back-to-back, just like not a stinker. Cal's got to be licking their wounds. Like you said, I went to bed, I think it was 38-13, and I woke up and I'm like, wait, Cal lost this game?
Yeah.
I think that's a kick in the teeth. I don't think they can recover. I think I'd lay the 3 with Pitt.
Justin, anything on this?
First, we have an update. JMU scored. It is now 15-7.
All right, JMU, let's go.
But I like Pitt as well. I think they're going to go 6-0. Holstein, were you asking where he's from?
Alabama kid, right? Wasn't he?
It says L.A. Zachary L.A.
But I think he went to Alabama and then he redshirted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe for a year. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. So
he's a freshman, but I don't know if he went to Alabama before.
Yeah,
then.
I think he's a red shirt.
Okay.
I think he's a red shirt kid. So, all right, real quick, one more, and then I got to throw one more like I did last week. Kansas State, Colorado, man, big. Hey, Colorado, you got to give him credit. Ford won. I bashed them. Last 2 games have been fantastic. Hunter's a stud. Everything about it. And here's a little nugget here: 7-3 as a dog. ATS Coach Sanders at Colorado. They are a dog at home again against Kansas State. Roll fast, Matt. I'll go to you. Who's going to win the game?
Kansas State. You want a winning bet?
Yeah.
Take the quarterback for Kansas State over rush yards.
There you go. Justin, any thought on the game?
I'm gonna take Colorado.
All right, Coach Sanders.
Yeah,
Let's go.
we'll see how it goes.
All right, one of my favorite plays this week, I'm going to give another one out like I did. I'm going to do the over 54.5 Air Force, New Mexico. I gave it out last week. I said take the Navy Air Force over. It got there. Air Force did not help out, but this is why. This one is 9-1 in the last 10 in the series. New Mexico games this year. You ready? Buckle in. 66, 100, 64, 59, 90 total points.
Wow.
Now, Air Force is not scoring. So I need Air Force to get a couple touchdowns or some field goals, whatever. I think New Mexico will score. Air Force in their last 3 games has given up 34, 31, 31. So let's go the over 54.5. Some books I saw it at 55, or excuse me, 50. Yeah, 55. I still like that. If it gets a little higher, then maybe I'd hold off on it, but I like the 54.5. For JCAM, you got the Minnesota against New York in WNBA. I'm saying Liberty, they're going to win it. They're going to win it. They'll win the championship. There you go. There's your WNBA.
Seconded. Hey, and you want a quick WNBA thing?
Yeah.
I love that there's a rumor starting to swirl of Caitlin Clark leaving the WNBA and going overseas.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be great, Tom. Man, that would keep us busy a little bit in the summer. Ken says BYU, Arizona over.
Yeah.
I like it.
I wrote that down.
Yeah, I got to look at my notes, Ken, on that one. I like that BYU team.
Yeah, I wrote that down. They are 5-0, potentially going to go 6-0. I think they're 13th in the country. Very quiet. That is a little sneaky playoff team right there.
They are 14th.
14th.
Oh, I like it. I got to look that up, Ken. Ken, I'll DM you, man. I'll let you know. I'd like to play that. I like that. I'll have to look that up. All right, guys. Fun. Hey, Guardians are winning again. Yankees got some guys on. Come on, Waka. Jeez Louise. Pitch. Anything on can you get a real quick NFL score?
Niners are about to kick a field goal.
Oh, that new kicker. I hope he shanks it.
Yeah, right. Well, he better not from this distance, or he should go right to jail.
Kicking it over the clothesline.
Yeah, kicker's good. 3-0 with 4 minutes to go, first quarter.
Okay. We're okay. I like that bet. All right.
Yep.
Good. Hey, great job, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for being in the chat, everybody. Until next week, Matt, and what do we always say?
Hey, thanks Monster Energy. Thanks BetStamp. Thanks Wild Style, and bang your bookies.
Thanks for listening to the Notebook Wagering Podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and be sure to follow @Notebook Wagering.